Here we go on talking about the tools up in this corner up here. To get started, we need some shapes that we are going to align. We're going to flip. First off, let's say I'm trying to build a funny looking tower. So I have my base. I want another block on top. On top of that, I want a little spire with a point on top. And on top of that. So, little tower. Now, as you can see, if I click the top button, nothing's quite lined up correctly in here. And you'll see a lot of students who will only work from one direction, and so if they're looking at it from that one perfect angle, hey, this all looks pretty good. But as soon as you start taking a look around, you'll see, oh, this is all messed up. There are tools to help us align things. So if I highlight everything that I have, I don't want to group them. I want to align them. Now this is the Align tool. If I click it, what comes on the screen are the options. We can center align, we can top align, or we can bottom align. If I hit center here, and if I hit center here, now this tower has everything perfectly lined up. I think it might be kind of neat to put them all in the corner. That's kind of a totally different thing, and it was only a few clicks to get there. Now a common project might be to make a wheel. We can start with a cylinder. We put a hole in the middle. We could use the Align tools to get that dead center. Center, center. And of course we need to group that so we can stop looking at that ugly thing. So for a long time I was trying to get some kids to put tread on the outside of their wheels. And one cool thing we found was if we grab the shape generator for the custom text that goes around the outside, we get it to the right size, we found that we could use the wrap text around the outside, and of course using these Align tools we could get it exactly centered so that this wheel has some custom tread on it. Sometimes different letters make different treads. This is the kind of thing that you find just by playing around with it and experimenting and having a lot of fun with it. So there's a custom wheel. Now there's another tool up here. It's called Flip. What this tool will do is it'll take something. If we hit the flip button, it gives us all these options to flip it horizontally, vertically, or up and down. Now that's not a great example of what we're doing. If we go back to the tower example, if I group these together and I want to flip them around, we could flip it on its head, flip it end to end, side to side. This gets useful when you are making two sides of something that mirror each other. And it's important to know one click can make a job much easier just because you know how to use the flip function. The last thing in this video is the grid control. So if we're trying to mate things up, if you're trying to do something rather precise, a 1mm snap grid might not be what you're looking for. turning that off is always an option. The danger being not everything will be as easy to place as it would be otherwise. And there's this Edit Grid button where you can input whatever kind of gridding you like. So if you must do inches, here we are. So that's an 1/8 of an inch snap grid, which are much larger jumps. So that is the Align tool, flipping, as well as changing the grid around in TinkerCAD. If you're familiar, move on to the next video. If you want to play with this, definitely try to build something that you have never done before.